Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
It's our final game of the day here with Barnes County North and alongside the Warbirds of Wyndmere Lidgerwood. Welcome to our pregame show brought to you in part by Irie Insurance. I'm Chase Miller alongside Joey Hughes here from Valley City. Take a look at the matchup for the Warbirds at 1-1 on the season. Head coach is Todd Hosford so far for the Warbirds with a win over South Border back on December the 9th and a loss to Wilmot their last time out on December the 15th here for the Warbirds. Make that the 19th again for Wyndmere Lidgerwood. Well, on the opposite side on the way here for Barnes County North, the Bison at 2-1 on the season for head coach Capon and BCN. The Bison with wins over Napoleon, Gacko, Streeter, and South Border with a loss against Edgeley, Cullum, Pillier here for the Bison. The winner of this game will go up against Valley City in the semifinals upcoming on Thursday at 7:30. The losers got a date with Enderlin in the Constellation semifinals at 4:30. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll talk about the history with BCN and alongside the Warbirds in terms of how they fared last year here at the Barnes County Boys Basketball Tournament.
Winter is coming. Are you ready? At Agassi Sales, we'll help you build the snow removal fleet you need now. With Hyundai Construction Equipment Snow Lease Program, you'll get flexible financing, low monthly rates, and even the option of 6 months on, 6 months off. Plus, every machine is backed by our certified service department. Call Agassi Sales at 888-836-4029 or visit agassisales.com. Agassi Sales, your partner for power and reliability.
Partnership is a way of life here in the Northland. It's about pitching in to help our neighbors, making lending decisions locally, honoring long-term commitments to farmers, Main Street businesses, teams, schools, and rural communities. We're more than just a bank. We're a community partner, working constantly and diligently to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. Bank North, always true.
As we come back here on our pregame show, let's take a look at what happened in previous seasons here for the Barnes County Boys Basketball Tournament. The Warbirds finished 7th place last season, losing to the Mayport CG Patriots in the quarterfinals. Lost to White Shield in the consolation semis and beat Enderlin for 7th place for the Warbirds. While for the Barnes County North Bison, back-to-back years, they finished runner-up in this tournament. They beat Maple River in the quarters, topped Lemoore Litchfield Marion in the semis, and lost in the title to Valley City 47-19. All BCT selections from a season ago. Jason Schlenker for BCN and Parker Amon as well for the Bison. This is a pair of Division B, Region 1, District 1 teams, but this will not count as a District 1 contest. But again, they will see each other at least one more time here this season between the Warbirds and Wyndmere Lidgerwood. Earlier today, Mayport CG defeated Richland 58-31. Lemoore Litchfield Marion over Maple River 53-36. And Valley City over Enderlin 66-32. We'll take a timeout. We come back here. We'll get to the final tip of the quarterfinal round of the 107th Annual Barnes County Boys Basketball Tournament here on yourliveevent.com.
Every girl deserves the tools to feel confident, connected, and emotionally strong. At BioGirls, they learn real strategies to manage stress and anxiety, build healthy relationships, and understand their emotions. They strengthen coping skills, gain resilience and confidence, and find a deep sense of belonging through authentic peer connection and strong mentorship. The results? Measurable, meaningful, life-shaping. Find a program near you and register today.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions today and beyond with the Drain Tile Project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yield and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
At Dickey Marion Insurance Agency, they offer high-quality products and services to their customers with a wide range of coverages from home and auto, farm and crop, and various types of commercial policies. Dickey Marion Insurance Agency is locally owned and operated and has been in business since 1974. Get in contact with Jesse Mastenbrook or Abby Hansen for the small-town service you deserve by going online to dickeymarionins.com or call 701-669-2330.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
As we get you ready for the starting lineups here between the Warbirds and Wyndmere Lidgerwood, and alongside the Bison of Barnes County North here on YourLiveEvent.com, I'm Chase Miller alongside Joey Hughes with you. Here are officials for our final game of the night. Mark Gubrud, Roger Kozowski, and Mr. Ron Nudell here on YourLiveEvent.com. The Wyndmere Lidgerwood Warbirds, the number 6 seed in the tournament, going up against the number 3 seed of Barnes County North and the Bison. Wyndmere Lidgerwood 1-1 on the season, averaging 49.5 points per contest, while defensively giving up 49 points per contest as well. They'll be out in their goal numerals and lettering with Warbirds across the front with their black attire here this evening as we take a look at Todd Hosford's club here for the Warbirds with a win over South Border and a loss against Wilmot, South Dakota here this year. Jackson Creer in the backcourt, a 5'11 junior guard. Jackson again at 5'11. Blaze Froelich, the 5'8 senior. Froelich at 5'8. From there you have Jay Stenson, a senior at 6 foot even. Stenson at 6 foot. Also with Riley Springer, a 6'1" senior forward. And for the Warbirds, Sebastian Kackman, the 6'5" sophomore center. Creer, Froelich, Stenson, Springer, and Kackman. Todd Hosford is the head coach for the Warbirds with a mark of 1 win and 1 loss on the season. As we turn our attention now to the Bison of Barnes County North, as BCN coach Capon here will go like this with a mark of 2-1 on the season, averaging 53 points per game while defensively giving up 41 points per contest. Jason Schlenker, the 6'2 senior. Schlenker at 6'2" with Grady Barclay, the 5'10 senior guard. James Schwer, the 6'2 junior forward. Schwer at 6'2". Zayden Remick, the 5'10 senior. And then Brody Mueller, the 5'11 sophomore forward. Schlenker, Barclay, Schwer, Remick, and Mueller, the Bison, again at 2-1 on the season here for BCN in back-to-back years in which they found themselves as finishing second place here in the tournament. That is our pregame show, brought to you in part by Irie Insurance. Get the insurance protection you want with the customer service that you deserve at Irie Insurance. They cover it all from home, crop, commercial, and benefits insurance. Go to IrieINS.com to get a free quote started today. Our final 4 8-minute quarters are on the clock, and we've been as scheduled here today at the BCT with the opening tip at 7:27 as Mark Gubrud will put this one up in the circle, and we're underway for the final game of the quarterfinals. For the Warbirds, Blaze Froelich will see this in the front court. To the left-handed side now to Stenson. Stenson up top to Springer as Springer sees this one here as they're able to have a man pressure defense. The Bison will get called with an early foul on the way. Remick with the foul, his first and the team's first here for BCN. Barnes County North, a team that last season finished 16-7 overall, losing to Lemoore Litchfield Marion in the Region 1B quarterfinals at the Jamestown Civic Center. Ball goes to the baseline. Froelich will see this one as they work it now to Springer. Springer up top, taking the pass, left-handed side to Blaze. Froelich taking a couple of dribbles inside the paint, drive kick to Creer, and that's a traveling violation for the Warbirds. Well, for Wyndmere Lidgerwood a season ago, 9-13, losing to this Bison club in a region qualifier from the North Dakota State College of Science down in Wahpeton a season ago. Warbirds will match a little zone pressure defense here as BCN with Remick will work it around the world here to Schlenker. Schlenker will drive on the baseline. Nice wraparound pass. This one will be a jumper. Three-pointer by Schwerz off the mark. Sebastian Kackman able to climb the ladder and get the loose ball for the Warbirds. Warbirds will see it here and call out the offense for Blaze Froelich. The senior guard taking a jab step, leaves it left-handed side as this one works its way to Creer. Back up top to Springer. Good ball movement here for the Warbirds early on, but the Bison have been pesky, particularly in that passing lane, and Schwer will get on the deck with it in a turnover here for Wyndmere Lidgerwood. Now it's going to be to Schlenker at the left wing. Schlenker taking a couple of dribbles, left-handed side to James. Schwer back up top, that'll go to Remick. Check that'll go to Mueller, now to Remick. As Remick here at the right of the key with it, leaves it left-handed side as this is going to be a good pass and a step through, and Schlenker will make his way to the free throw line. Foul assessed on the Warbirds as they'll see this one here against Blaze Froelich, his first, and the free throw opportunity upcoming here for Jason Schlenker. And Schlenker, right-handed toss is up and in. First point on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard goes to the Bison as Schlenker will come back and step up to the free throw line. And BCN will take a 2-0 lead early in this contest. So Schlenker hits both free throws, and first team to score points on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard here in this one of the Bison of Barnes County North as they see this with Blaze Froelich. Froelich here, right of the key, crossing over right to left. Drive now leaves it to Creer. Creer with a nice ankle cross inside the paint. Bounce pass left and inside to Jay Stenson. Stenson with a couple of dribbles, step through. And this one is going to be off the mark, no good. And we'll get a tie-up, and the arrow makes its way to BCN. Bison a team that so far through 3 games, it's been tough sledding for opposition to score points, just giving up 41 points per contest, and that's what they kind of were able to do over the last couple of years, hang their head on the defensive side of the ball as they give it to Schwer on the inside. Good hedge, though, on the zone defense by Wyndmere Lidgerwood as they see it now with Stenson. Stenson able to leave it up top. Now Froelich will handle the basketball to Creer. Creer comes into a double team. Stenson steps into a 3 and gets the lead. Tickles the twine from 19-9. Stenson and the Warbirds lead it by 1. BCN with Remick. Left and inside Schwer. High post touch. Extra fine left wing to Barclay. This one is off the mark. No good. And a rebound here for Sebastian Kackman. Stenson to the near sideline will handle it with the basketball. Gives it up top. Dangerous pass, but there will be a foul here on the Bison. Grady Barclay will pick up his first and the team's second. 2 years ago, the Bison 14 wins, and last year again 16 wins. Well, for the Warbirds, it's been 3 straight years of 9-win basketball, 9-12, 9-14, and 9-13 here for Wyndmere Lidgerwood. As they see this one in the front, taking the drive and nearly slipping is Jackson Creer as they work it around now to Blaze. Froelich, ankle across the baseline, can't get the shot off. They give it to Stenson through his hands and a turnover. BCN will take a 2-on-1 the other side off the layup. No rebound here for the Bison, and this shot can't make it. After the attempt there for BCN with Remick, able to sky and take the loose ball was Kackman, and right now the Warbirds lead it by 1 as they see it here to the high post touch. Jumper on the way is going to go short by Kackman. Rebound to BCN, and Grady Barclay will pick up the loose ball. So far it's been all of the top seeds that have won in advance today with the 1, 2, and alongside the 4. BCN trying to make that a even sweep here as the number 3 seed as this one gets batted out of bounds by Stenson. As the Bison will inbound it with James Schwer. Schwer will see this here, Remick. Remick up top with the basketball, leaves it to the right wing as they give it now to Barclay, back up top. As they reverse it left wing, as Remick was not really expecting that one, but he'll watch the 3 as it swirls out, no good. Rebound to Sebastian Kackman. Loose ball goes to Blaze Froelich. Froelich with a couple of dribbles, able to skip this one down to Stenson. Stenson rising, shooting three-pointer is going to go short, out of bounds, and it will be Barnes County North with the basketball, and we'll have a substitution coming in for the Warbirds. As Wyndmere Lidgerwood with Owen Ladisaw will check in for the 6'1 sophomores. Coming out will be Riley Springer. First quarter that hasn't seen a lot of offense so far, some quality looks, but just haven't been able to find the bottom of the cylinder, if you will. As Schlenker with Remick to left and inside Barclay. Back up top to Schlenker, able to reverse it. Remick at the right wing. Zone defense continues. Ball goes to the right pocket. Rising, shooting three-pointers. Can't get the roll. Rebound to Schwer. Shovel pass, and we'll see a foul underneath, and this one will go up against BCN. So after the loose ball went to Schwer on the rebound, then we'll see the foul here on the Bison. This will be their third of the quarter. A foul on Grady Barclay. We're going to talk it over here with Ron Newdell and alongside Mark Gubrud. Seeing if it was maybe on Wyndmere Lidgerwood who had the foul, and the answer is yes, it'll be on the Warbirds. So the foul will be on the Warbirds, as this will be their second. It'll be on Owen Ladisaw. And BCN will have a fresh 35 on the shot clock to work with as they inbound the basketball to the baseline. BCN looking to whip it around as they do to Schlenker. Schlenker inside the paint. Teardropper partially blocked, and the Warbirds with Ladisaw will come away with it. Ladisaw with a head of steam to the other side of the floor. Gives it back to Stenson, able to reverse it now to Froelich for the Warbirds. As Froelich, right-handed side to Jackson Creer. Creer taking a couple of dribbles, bounce pass that gets thrown away by Schlenker. Schlenker the other side of the floor, off the window, and count it. Jason Schlenker now with 4. Chance to make it 5 with the end one. Foul on Stenson, his first, team's third, and Schlenker has scored all 4 points here in this game so far for Barnes County North, as he'll have the attempt on the free throw is up and good. Schlenker 5, Stenson 3 as it currently stands, as this one gets batted out of bounds here for BCN with Brody Mueller. 5'11" sophomore got back well defensively to bat that one out of bounds, and the Warbirds will inbound it here with Stenson on the baseline. Stenson, we'll see this, good bounce pass on a little back cut. Jackson Creer set that up perfectly. He was at the high post, thought that he was going to go to the three-point line if you were his defender, and all of a sudden, boom, able to reverse it on a dime, and really good pass by Stenson. Foul will be assessed to Remick, his second, team's third, and free throws upcoming for the Warbirds will be off the mark on the first for Creer. So substitution here for BCN as Carson Remick, the younger brother, the 5'9" sophomore, will check in. Free throw attempt number 2 here for Jackson. As Creer goes 0 for 2 from the free throw line. Rebound, though, for Ladisaw. Back inside, up and in for Jackson. So Creer gets a second chance at it. Tied at 5 apiece. First tie of the first quarter here as we see it now with Schlenker. Leaving it to the left-handed side as a little high zone continues for the Warbirds. BCN right wing to Schlenker. Schlenker will see this one up top. Remick, top of the key. Rainbow 3. It was nearly in. Rebound comes down to Barclay. Barclay with a step through. Block shot. Good block by Kackman. And the Warbirds want to run. Stenson outlet up the floor to Froelich. Look at the pass. Right-handed scoop for 2. Blaze Froelich with his first field goal of the contest, and a honey of a find by Stenson. Schlenker sees this one on the bounce pass. Right wing to Barclay. Barclay gives it back up top to Remick. That's Carson. Remick left and inside now to Schlenker, the senior. Schlenker looking for a teammate here. Remick on the baseline, able to handle this one. Left baseline, three-pointer's going to go long. Rebound, Schwer, put back as Kackman gets the block. Schwer with another chance, and there's a block, but a foul underneath. And Kackman's got a couple of blocks with a 6'5" sophomore. I'm going to say that was enough of the body on the attempt. 4th team foul here for the Warbirds, the first on Kackman, and free throws for Schwer. Schwer free throw attempts is up and in. Bison have made the most of their free throw attempts. They're 4-4 early in this one from the line as Ethan Hansen, the 6'3" junior, will check in. Off the Warbirds, Jared Kaczynski, the 5'10" junior, will check into the contest here for Wyndmere Lidgerwood, alongside with John Dexter, the 6'2" senior. Schwer free throw, got it. Tied at 7 now with under 2 minutes to play here on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard in the first quarter. As the Warbirds attack, the paint can't get it. Rebound goes to Schlenker, the other side of the floor. Schlenker at the left wing, little hesitation dribble. Floater from the baseline comes up well short. Rebound inside. Hansen, put back no. Hansen sees this one out of bounds. Nope, they will say it's still inbounds. Good hustle by both Hansen and with him on the interior with the Warbirds here with Ladisaw. I think Ladisaw's going to call for the foul here, trying to get in front of Hansen, and we'll see a bonus free throw attempts upcoming. So Ethan Hansen to shoot 2, and for BCN, 5 of their 7 points from the free throw line, as the foul will be assessed here to Ladisaw, his second. Hansen free throw is good. Substitutions into the game. Kackman able to return after a quick breather, while Zayden Remick will return here for BCN for Schlenker. And the Bison averaging 53 points per game. See with Hansen, charity stripe free throw, and I would not want to play these guys in a carnival game that involves free throw shooting. They would win every large teddy bear known to man. As they see it here for Wyndmere Lidgerwood, right-handed side to Stenson. Stenson at the right wing with the jab step here. Able to find it now to Kackman. Kackman looking for a teammate. Kackman left this one off, and a bounce pass that'll go out of bounds. A turnover for the Warbirds. Well, for Wyndmere Lidgerwood, they've hit 3 field goals, a 3 by Stenson, and then Froelich and Creer 2-pointer. And that's where it stands right now as a 9-7 contest. Zayden Remick in the front court. Remick to the right-handed side. We'll see with Barclay back up top. Now to Remick. Remick with the pass on the inside. Hansen from the left block, no. And there's going to be a foul. Is going up for the loose ball was Barclay. And you'll see BCN now with 2 players with foul issues. Zayden Remick has 2. Grady Barclay with 2. And that's the Bison having their 4th of the first quarter. Warbirds with Blaze Froelich in the front court, leaves this one right-handed side. Stenson on the cut. Good bounce pass, looking for Stenson. A better hand by Zayden Remick. We'll bat that one out of bounds on the baseline here. As the Warbirds will look to inbound it here with Jay Stenson. Stenson on the inbound, right-handed side to Kackman as they're able to reverse it left wing to Kaczynski. Kaczynski will see this one by Schwer, tipped and prodded away. Schwer goes the other side, hanging, shooting and scoring. And Schwer now has 4, and that's the margin right now as the Warbirds can hold for the final shot of the quarter. Blaze Froelich to the left-handed side of Dexter. Dexter taking a couple of dribbles up top to Kaczynski, able to reverse it to Blaze. See this one on the baseline, shot is up, no. Rebound comes down to Schwer, and now the Bison with a chance to go the other side of the floor with 12 seconds. Zayden Remick. I'm going to take the ball screen here. Hansen going to roll on the interior now with 3 seconds. Remick inside the paint. Remick right-handed, layup for 2, and that's how we'll end the first quarter of play. The Bison with a 13-7 lead as we make our way to the final 8 minutes of the first half, and we return on YourLiveBet.com.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Hi, we're Jim and Bernie Berkemeyer, and we're inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Join us on a Montreal, Quebec City, and the Canadian Maritimes tour, July 30th to August 9th. Experience picturesque small towns, as well as the historic cities along the Atlantic coast, as we use roads and rails on this Canadian adventure. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ, to request a brochure, to watch a travel show, and to book this tour.
High school basketball here today inside the W.E. Osmond Fieldhouse, better known as the Bubble on the campus of Valley City State University. I'm Chase Miller. He's Joey Hughes, and this is Barnes County tournament basketball season here in this particular month of December. And we'll get a hand check violation. Jason Schlenker with the foul, his first. Team's first to begin the quarter. For the Warbirds, they were led offensively by 3 points by Stenson. Got to tie the game up at with 1:55 left to play in the first quarter, and then BCN goes on a little 6-0 run to end the quarter. Kaczynski stepped through, no. Kaczynski's second chance and a foul underneath. Hansen was there alongside with Schlenker. The question is, was it the body of Hansen or the reach of Schlenker? And it's going to be the reach of Remick. So Remick will get called for the foul. That'll be his third, team's second. As the Warbirds will inbound the basketball here with Stenson. Stenson sees this one on the inbound. Batted away by Hansen, and it will remain Wyndmere Lidgerwood basketball. Well, for BCN, led by the 5 points of Jason Schlenker in the first quarter of play. Stenson sees this on the inbounds. Shot is up, no. After the attempt by Springer, as Hansen gets the loose ball. And for the Warbirds right now, coming up empty in the last 2.5 minutes of game action as the ball goes left-handed side to Jason Schlenker. Schlenker up and over on the pass to Barclay. High post touch to Schwer. Schwer ripping it through, finds a teammate. Schlenker rising from the left wing off the front iron, no. Rebound eventually going to be won by Springer as Hansen thought it was a Warbird and took the ball away out of his own teammate's hand. Warbirds drive kick. Stenson launching three. In and out, no good. Rebound comes down to Grady Barclay. Good board here for the Bison. As Barnes Sky North will handle this one. Left and inside to James Schwer. Schwer at the left wing looking for a teammate. Barclay right wing leaves it to the baseline. Here goes Chase Albrecht rising. Three-pointer is going to go long. Schlenker gets the loose ball. Schlenker sees it here to Barclay. As Barclay taking a dribble. Right-handed side to Albrecht. Left-handed side. As this one, little shot fake jumper on the way for Barclay's up and in. Grady with the field goal, his first of the contest. Other side, there's going to be a body foul. As this will be Barclay. And for BCN right now, they got a couple of players. We got some foul issues. Barclay's got the foul, his third. And you got Zayden Remick also with 3 as well. 6:29 left to play in the first half. Barnes Sky North leads it by 8 here on YourLiveEvent.com.
The friendly staff at Lemoore Drugstore reminds you from prescription requests and OTC medication, you can find it all at Lemoore Drugstore. Download our app and make refilling your prescriptions more convenient. With winter here, stop in and stock up on hand and foot warmers. Lemoore Drugstore has rechargeable heated gear for everyone in the family. Located in the center of Lemoore in the Bank North Mall. For more information, go to LemooreDrugstore.com. That's LemooreDrugstore.com, or stop in and check us out.
Lemoore Hardware carries your everyday items for plumbing, electrical, automotive, and more. Head to Lemoore Hardware for in-store deals on Milwaukee tools and check out the new M18 Hot Shot Card Jumper Pack. And when you purchase certain Milwaukee M12 tools, receive a 2-amp battery for free. Plus, browse their Sweet Pickins section. You'll see brand new furniture and decor. Lemoore Hardware is your community one-stop shop. For more information, go online to LemooreHardware.com. That's LemooreHardware.com.
Back here on YourLiveEvent.com, timeout brought to you in part by Bank North. See what values-based banking can do for you, helping customers and communities build, grow, and prosper at Bank North. That's banknorth.bank. After the timeout here by the Bison, the first for either club. Open is a career three-pointer. That's short. Rebound and a foul here on Wyndmere Lidgerwood. Springer will pick up the foul, his first, team's first of the quarter. And right now, seeing a lot of whistles because of, quite frankly, fouls that we've been able to see on the floor. And that's 4 fouls in about 90 seconds of game action here combined between these two clubs. As Albright will see this one now to Schlenker. Schlenker here in the front court. Back leaves it left and inside to Carson Remick to the baseline. Albright going to drive. Nice little slip pass to Schwer inside the paint for 2. James Schwer now has 6, and the Bison with their first double-digit lead of the contest. Since it was 7-0 with 1:55 left to play in the first quarter, it's been 10 straight points by BCN over about the last 4 minutes now. Up top goes Stenson. Stenson at the high post looking for it, a little flex cut on the back, and nothing is there as they see this now to Schlenker. Schlenker will handle it left wing. Schlenker, baseline jumper, 15-footer is going to go long. Rebound right to Hansen. Put back good for 2. Ethan Hansen now with 4 points off the bench for Coach Capon and the Bison. Blaze Froelich step through, and then Froelich gets fouled. Blaze will head to the free throw line for a couple. Foul on the Bison. That's their last one to give of the quarter before it's the bonus from here on out as Albright picks up the foul, his first. And we've seen stretches like this be the difference in games from earlier today, where just one team just inability to score in a quarter as the free throw attempt is up and in. Where Valley City in the last game outscored the Enderlin Eagles 25-3 in the third. Lemoore Litchfield Marion able to outscore Maple River 19-9 in the fourth quarter as the second free throw attempt is off the mark. There goes Schlenker inside the paint, a body foul, and count it. Bucket's good. Schlenker now with 7. Chance to make it 8 foul here on the Warbirds. That's their second. See substitution coming in with Justin Quam, the 6-foot junior. As a foul is assist to Jackson Creer, his first. Free throw attempt here for Schlenker. He's got 7. And the Bison right now doing a nice job just attacking the rim. Free throw is off the mark, no good. Rebound to Springer. Currently right now BCN outscoring the Warbirds 8-1 here in the second quarter, just in the second. Crossing over right to left. Warbirds looking for a 3 by Stenson. That'll go long. And we got about 4 or 5 guys that went up for the loose ball. And the foul will be assessed on the Warbirds, as this will be with Riley Springer, his second and the team's third, as the Warbirds batted the ball out of bounds, and it will be last touch off of BCN. So good hand there from Jackson Creer as it ricocheted off of Remick, and will be Warbird basketball, as the Warbirds, we'll see this one on the baseline here with Stenson. Stenson looks for a teammate, gives one to the baseline of the short corner here to Jackson Creer. Creer inside the paint, jumper is up and was halfway down, no rebound. Kaczynski as he gets the putback here by Kackman, and Kackman sees one go out of bounds. Warbirds with some good opportunities here inside the paint, just unable to finish, as the Bison will see it now here with Jason Schlenker. Schlenker into the backcourt as this one goes to Carson Remick. Full court pressure defense by the Warbirds. And the Warbirds trying to get the ball, and instead we'll see a timeout, I believe, by Coach Capon. And we will get a timeout with 4:51 left to play here for BCN in the opening half. On the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, Bison with the ball when we return, up by 13.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
As we take a look at the Barnes County North bench after the timeout, BCN shooting 30% from the floor, while for the Warbirds they're shooting 23% here from the floor in this first half of play. Remick bounce pass across the paint. There's a foul and nearly an and one opportunity. That's for BCN. They'll make their way to the free throw line with Brody Mueller. As the Bison are 8 of 9, make that 7 of 8 from the free throw line. Foul assessed here on Riley Springer, his third, team's fourth, and the free throw attempt is up and good. 8 fouls so far in the first half for the Bison. Now you have 9 in the first half for Wyndmere Lidgerwood. Free throw opportunity on the second one for Mueller is good as well. So Mueller goes 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Bison with a 15-point advantage here. Warbirds just with 1 point so far in the second, trying to change that. Driving kick open. There's a good look. 3-pointers up and short after the attempt by Quam. Loose ball, but out of bounds, and we'll see a traveling violation is what it will be called. As the Bison right now, 10 points in the quarter. Go back and play some defense as this one goes to Kackman. Will reverse it right-hand side, little bounce pass. Good hands by Remick. Remick able to get the steal as the Bison go the other side of the floor. Leave it right wing. This will go to Albright. Doubled. Now to Remick. Steps into a college range 3. Is up off the iron. No good. And a rebound on the inside by Kackman. Kackman gets the loose ball, and then there's a foul here for the Bison, and we'll go the other side and shoot free throws here for the Warbirds. Foul assist here on Ethan Hansen, his first, team's fifth, and 2 free throw attempts be upcoming for Sebastian Kackman with a couple rebounds so far in the game. Warbirds looking for their free throw so far, are 1 of 4 from the charity stripe. As Kackman, the center, comes up short on the first. Substitution for Wyndmere Lidgerwood as Lattisaw is able to return alongside with Blaze Froelich. Free throw attempts number 2 here for Kackman. Kackman hits the second, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, and now the Warbirds back within 14 here as Wyndmere Lidgerwood will try their best to see if they can cut this deficit to single digits before the half. For the Bison, can you get to 30 points or more before the half and really stretch out the advantage? Remick on the baseline here. Here goes Carson. Bounce pass as he leaves it off to Hansen off the window for 2. Ethan Hansen has 6, and the Bison up by 16. Other side, there goes Lattisaw, finds it to Kackman. Jumper, no. Rebound comes to Hansen. Outlet to Albright. Albright with the basketball to the baseline now to Schlenker. Schlenker's going to get out of a double team, but he was out of bounds on the near sideline. A turnover for BCN as they'll give the ball back to the Warbirds with a couple of substitutions with Schwer. Remick will check in. Also back into the game will be Grady Barclay. As Wyndmere Lidgerwood here with Blaze Froelich in the front court. Froelich, right-handed side, will see it to John Dexter. Dexter at the right wing, free throw line extended. Able to see this now to Lattisaw. Lattisaw taking a couple of dribbles, drive kick to Blaze. Froelich jumper on the way, that'll go along. Rebound though to Kackman. Kackman right-handed side, we'll see it here now to John Dexter. Back to the left wing to Lattisaw, nice pass on the inside of Kackman with the left hand, good ball movement. And Kackman gets his first field goal, he's got 3. Warbirds back within 14. Schlenker. Nice drive, block shot on the way by Kackman. This one goes to Froelich. It's a 2-on-2. The other side, Froelich to the paint, right-handed scoop, and able to lay that one in. Defense to offense, and the Warbirds a little 4-0 run. Froelich as Blaze, now Froelich has 5, and the Warbirds back within 12. Right-handed side, Barclay gives it to the left wing. That goes to Zayden Remick. Back to the right-hand side. Barclay shot partially deflected. It's loose on the inside. Hansen now to Schwer. Schwer tees up a 3. That'll go short. Rebound Hansen, though. Hansen put back, and another block shot by Kackman. He's a man-child on the inside. Warbirds. Now to Lattisaw. Drive kick. Stenson leaves this one to Blaze. Froelich, left pocket 3. Book it. Make it a 7-0 run for Wyndmere Lidgerwood. And just like that, the Warbirds indeed within single digits. Back to a 9-point margin. High post touch. Schwer will see this one. Back to left wing. Schlenker, 3-pointer is going to go short. Good rebound as Blaze Froelich will come away with it. As Blaze now in the front court to the right wing. Blaze, little hesitation, dribble, drive, kick. Right-hand side to Lattisaw. Inside on the way to Kackman. Kackman able to spin off the window, good for 2. And the run just keeps on continuing here for the Warbirds. Down 23-8 at the 4:32 mark. And they're back within 7. It's a 10-2 run here over the last 2.5 minutes for Wyndmere Lidgerwood. High post touch, left and inside goes Zayden Remick. Remick on the baseline, another block shot by Kackman. Froelich up the other side of the floor as they see with John Dexter. Dexter finger roll, layup for 2, and we'll get a timeout on the floor. John Dexter finishes with the 2 points with 1:13 left to play in the first half. As taking a hard shot with Zayden Remick. We'll take a break with them as the Warbirds are back within 5.
Goose River Bank is here for the communities we serve, building relationships that last a lifetime. Serving the strong Red River Valley and beyond, we are your neighbors, friends, and family, committed to providing everything from everyday personal banking to loans for your farm or business. Visit one of our locations in Mayville, Hillsborough, or Hatton, or reach out and we'll happily come to you, because it's the neighborly thing to do. Goose River Bank, strong communities.
We offer the greatest broadband that anyone can subscribe to. And that's because of the infrastructure that we have been able to build over the last decade. You know, we're talking 10 gigabit per customer. That's the network we're building. There's days I think about, what's the network going to be after I retire? Where it continues to evolve, and if it evolves as much as what it has in the last 73 years, we can't even dream what it's going to be in the future.
Time on the floor. The third one already taken here in the first half for Barnes County North. Timeouts brought to you in part by Bank North. That again is banknorth.bank. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Bison up by 5, but that lead has been trimmed down from a 15-point lead down to just a 2-possession game and a turnover. Stenson goes to the other side of the floor. Stenson at the right wing. Stenson will see this one from the baseline. It was in and out, no good. Rebound, tousled for underneath, and eventually Schwer will come away with it. 12-2 run right now here for Wyndmere Lidgerwood, as they're currently the one on a heater, as Barclay leaves it left wing, able to skip it to Schwer. Ball fake, gives it on the interior to Mueller here, back to Schwer. Schwer at the right wing, high post touch, able to see it left and inside to Barclay. Bounce pass up top to Remick. He'll launch the three, is up and in. Carson Remick, the sophomore, with the triple, as BCN, one of the big-time three-pointer here to try to cap the first half. Froelich, left-handed side to Creer. Jackson gives it right to the key as they're trying to work it on the inside. This one gets kicked by James at 10.3 left in the second quarter. Warbirds on the inbounds here with Jay Stenson. Stenson utilizes it here on the right of the key. Stenson looking for a teammate, finds one right-hand side to Blaze. Froelich with 8 seconds. Blaze, teardropper inside the paint, short rebound to Schwer with 5. Now with 4. Remick with 2. Remick with 1. Three-pointers going to go long, and that's how we'll end this first half of play. It's the Barnes County North Bison 28, the Warbirds of Wyndmere Lidgerwood 20. Back with our halftime show coming up around the corner next here from Valley City.
In 10 minutes.
Chaos.
Did you answer that email yet?
Decisions.
What if I make the wrong choice?
The weight of moving crushes.
Dad, I need a ride to practice.
Stress follows you. And the dream of a new beginning feels out of reach. Find peace. Hire the team at RE/MAX now. Visit findrealtynow.com.
Yeah.
Quality education, affordable tuition, student opportunities. That's the Viking promise. Valley City State University. Discover yourself here at VCSU. Visit today. A university that knows your name. Personal relationships with your professors. The tools to help you succeed. That's Valley City State University. Trusted name, affordable degrees. Visit today.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. Three, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
Winter is coming. Are you ready? At Agassi Sales, we'll help you build the snow removal fleet you need now. With Hyundai Construction Equipment Snow Lease Program, you'll get flexible financing, low monthly rates, and even the option of 6 months on, 6 months off. Plus, every machine is backed by our certified service department. Call Agassi Sales at 888-836-4029 or visit agassisales.com. Agassi Sales, your partner for power and reliability.
High school basketball here today on yourliveevent.com as we take a look at the first half numbers here in this one. Barnes County North shooting 9 of 33 from the floor in the first half for BCN. 1 of 13 from the land of 3 and 9 of 10 from the free throw line. 22 rebounds, 2 assists, and 5 turnovers for the Bison. For the Warbirds of Wyndmere, Lidgerwood, 8 of 23 shooting from the floor. They're 1 of 6 from the three-point line, 2 of 6 from the stripe with 18 rebounds, 7 assists, and 9 first-half turnovers here for Wyndmere Lidgerwood. For the Bison so far, the team leader in scoring, Jason Schlenker, 7 points and 3 rebounds with 3 steals in 13 minutes and 16 seconds of work. Again, Schlenker, 7 points and 3 boards. 6 points, 7 rebounds for James Schwer on 14 minutes of playing time. Schwer with 6 and 7. From there, you have the 6 points, 6 rebounds for Ethan Hansen. 3 points for Carson Remick. 2 points, 3 boards for Grady Barclay. 2 points on the way for Zayden. Make that Zayden Remick with 2 points and 2 points for Brody Mueller here for the Barnes Sky North Bison. Again, they were led by the 7 of Jason Schlenker. For the Warbirds of Wyndmere Lidgerwood, 7 points on the way for Blaze Froelich. Froelich with 8 points in the game. 8 points here for Froelich. From there, you have the 5 points and 13 rebounds for Sebastian Kackman. Kackman nearly getting a rebound per minute here for Wyndmere Lidgerwood. From there, the 3 points of Stenson. Stenson with a made triple. You also have the 2 points for Jackson Creer and John Dexter. John Dexter again with 2 points as well here for the Warbirds of Wyndmere Lidgerwood. At the half again here on YourLiveEvent.com. It's Barnes Sky North up by 8. We'll take a quick break and recap what happened earlier today here from the Bubble.
Partnership is a way of life here in the Northland. It's about pitching in to help our neighbors, making lending decisions locally, honoring long-term commitments to farmers, Main Street businesses, teams, schools, and rural communities. We're more than just a bank. We're a community partner, working constantly and diligently to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. Bank North, always true.
Every girl deserves the tools to feel confident, connected, and emotionally strong. At BioGirls, they learn real strategies to manage stress and anxiety, build healthy relationships, and understand their emotions. They strengthen coping skills, gain resilience and confidence, and find a deep sense of belonging through authentic peer connection and strong mentorship. The results? Measurable, meaningful, life-shaping. Find a program near you and register today.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions today and beyond with the Drain Tile Project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
At Dickey Marion Insurance Agency, they offer high-quality products and services to their customers with a wide range of coverages from home and auto, farm and crop, and various types of commercial policies. Dickey Marion Insurance Agency is locally owned and operated and has been in business since 1974. Get in contact with Jesse Mastenbrook or Abby Hansen for the small-town service you deserve by going online to dickeymarionins.com or call 701-669-2330.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
High school basketball here today on YourLiveEvent.com. It's the Barnes County Boys Basketball Tournament, the opening day here, the 107th annual, as we'll have games coming up on Thursday and Friday as well. Here's what happened earlier today in the city of Bridges. The Mayport CG Patriots with a 58-31 lead win that is over the Richland Colts. In that game, 2 players in double digits. Noah DeBano with 13 points and Bricker Johnson had 12 points in the win for Mayport CG, as the Patriots will move on to the semifinals and play the Lobos of Lemoore Litchfield Marion, where the Lobos able to get 12 points for Avery Kramer. Also a nice balanced performance from Colby Thielgis as well. 10 points, 7 steals, and 3 assists for Thielgis in the win. Maple River led by the 15 points of Kobe Wisniewski in the loss for the Raiders. And then the Enderlin Eagles and the Valley City Highlanders, as Valley City will go on and defeat the Enderlin Eagles 66-32. 24 points for Mike and Matson on 8 of 11 shooting, hit 5 threes. 13 points then for Jack Dieterle with 9 rebounds as well for the Enderlin Eagles, led by the 11 points of Ethan Simbira with 3 made 3-pointers for the Enderlin Eagles. So the bracket on Thursday looks like this. Richland and Maple River at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Enderlin will play the loser of this contest at 4:30. You'll have Mayport CG against Lemoore Litchfield Marion at 6 o'clock in our first of 2 semifinals. And then from there, Valley City will play the winner of this contest at 7:30 on Thursday night. Friday, 7th place game at 3 o'clock, and you can roll right on into the championship after that at 7:30 as well. That's a look at the Barnes County Boys Basketball Tournament here for what happened earlier in the day and also games to come a little bit later on. A reminder, simply go to our website, check out YourLiveEvent.com, or hit subscribe on our YouTube channel to find games coming up here throughout the week, as we'll be back on the wrestling mat this weekend in Central Cass for the Letterman's Wrestling Tournament on Friday and Saturday. We'll have coverage for you right here on YourLiveEvent.com. Also, Thompson Boys Wrestling Triangular with Larimore and Hatton Northwood. Thursday, we'll see a doubleheader with Fargo Oak Grove and the Kindred Vikings. The girls game at 6 with the boys to follow at 7:30. And also girls basketball, Oaks against Sargent County on Thursday night as well. So simply go to our website. That, again, is YourLiveEvent.com, or hit through our subscribe on our YouTube channel as we get you ready for a busy month of high school sports. We're about a month away from the first postseason event in North Dakota when it comes to wrestling in boys and girls regional duels. And then we're about a month and a week away from girls basketball districts here in the state. That'll be February as well. So the postseason will be here quicker before you know it. At the half, the Barnes Sky North Bison with 28 points. As for Wyndmere Lidgerwood, they currently have 20. When we come back, we'll get you ready for the second half inside the bubble. This is high school sports on YourLiveEvent.com.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting, with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Hi, we're Jim and Bernie Berkemeyer, and we're inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Join us on a Montreal, Quebec City, and the Canadian Maritimes tour, July 30th to August 9th. Experience picturesque small towns, as well as the historic cities along the Atlantic coast, as we use roads and rails on this Canadian adventure. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ, to request a brochure, to watch a travel show, and to book this tour.
The friendly staff at Lemoore Drugstore reminds you, from prescription requests and OTC medication, you can find it all at Lemoore Drugstore. Download our app and make refilling your prescriptions more convenient. With winter here, stop in and stock up on hand and foot warmers. Lemoore Drugstore has rechargeable heated gear for everyone in the family. Located in the center of Lemoore in the Bank North Mall. For more information, go to LemooreDrugstore.com. That's LemooreDrugstore.com, or stop in and check us out.
Lamore Hardware carries your everyday items for plumbing, electrical, automotive, and more. Head to Lamore Hardware for in-store deals on Milwaukee tools and check out the new M18 Hot Shot Card Jumper Pack. And when you purchase certain Milwaukee M12 tools, receive a 2-amp battery for free. Plus, browse their sweet pickings section. You'll see brand new furniture and decor. Lamore Hardware is your community one-stop shop. For more information, go online to lamorehardware.com. That's lamorehardware.com.
Homegrown Local Radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Goose River Bank is here for the communities we serve, building relationships that last a lifetime, serving the strong Red River Valley and beyond. We are your neighbors, friends, and family, committed to providing everything from everyday personal banking to loans for your farm or business. Visit one of our locations in Mayville, Hillsborough, or Hatton, or reach out and we'll happily come to you, because it's the neighborly thing to do. Goose River Bank, strong communities.
High school basketball here today inside the Barnes County Boys Basketball Tournament. Chase Miller alongside with Joey Hughes with you as the BCN Bison lead it by 8 here at the half over the Warbirds of Wyndmere Lidgerwood. Warbirds getting led by the 8 points of Blaze Froelich in this contest, while on the opposite side, the Bison led by the 7 of Jason Schlenker. The latest basketball polls in the state of North Dakota are set to come out tomorrow in A and B boys and girls basketball. That'll be at 4 o'clock. And then from there, we'll continue to work our way through here on this first full week of January into the new year here of 2026. Well, the FCS championship game last night down in Nashville between Illinois State and Montana State. Congratulations goes out to former Buxton, North Dakota native Brent Vegan for winning a FCS championship at Montana State. Won a couple at NDSU as an offensive coordinator as his coaching ranks, but able to win one now as the head coach of Montana State. And Illinois State, team that played 5 road games, even though the last one was technically a neutral site in Nashville, but a team that was able to find 4 road games and make their way to the championship. For BCN, the Bison here. And we'll start with the basketball in the second half for Coach Capon's squad, as we'll see it here with Zayden Remick, also with Jason Schlenker, Grady Barclay, James Schwer, and Mueller. Bison have to be smart with Barclay and Zayden Remick having 3 fouls. Well, for the Warbirds, they will come out. And we've seen man pressure. We've seen a little zone. It looks like it's a 1-3-1 here to begin this second half of play. Schlenker leaves it left and side with the basketball. Now is Remick as they work it right wing to Grady Barclay. Back to Remick here to the baseline to Schlenker. Schlenker to the near sideline is Mr. Remick as BCN here with Barclay to the baseline. Make it the wing. Here's the 3-pointers up off the mark. No good by Remick. Putback, though, is up and in. Schlenker's got 9. I think we're going to get a warning on the way. So, warning on the way as the ball was tipped away from the player as it went out of bounds. So, there'll be a warning given to the bench here of Barnes County North as they'll have a little full court token pressure defense. Tenson Froelich also with him on the floor with Jackson Creer, able to see Kackman and Riley Springer in the original starting 5 for the Warbirds. They also have a little foul trouble here with 3 fouls on the way for Riley Springer. Ladisaw's got 2. Left and inside, Froelich gives it to Stenson. Back inside to Kackman. Kackman with the step through off the window. Can't get it to go, and Schwer gets the loose ball rebound. BCN in the front court. Able to handle this to the left-handed side. As Remick, ball fake, gives it to Schwer. Nice high-low game to Schlenker on the interior. Schlenker off the window for 2. Jason Schlenker gets into double digits. He's got 11, and the Bison lead it by 12. That's for the Warbirds up front. Left-handed side, Jackson Creer finds a cutting teammate off the window. Got it to go. Jay Stenson Able to see that one to go through the rim. Nice little cut on the point. He's got 5. Warbirds back within 10. Left-handed side. Remick able to drive kick. Left wing. Schlenker, extra pass as they're working around. This one goes to Mueller. Schwer, right-handed side. Remick will rise, shoot 3. That goes long. Rebound, and Jackson Queer literally took it away. Queer, the other side, right-handed, layup for 2. Only took it away from Schwer, and boot, scoot, and boogie down the other side of the floor as the Warbirds are back within 8. Schlenker to Remick here, the right wing. As Remick with the pass to the near sideline to Barclay. Barclay with the ball fake, left-handed side to Mueller. Back as they're working around the horn to Zayden. As Remick sees Stenson there trying to get his hands on it. 14 seconds on the shot clock against this zone pressure defense. Schwer at the high post. Schwer leaving it left-handed side, shot fake. Barclay, jumper from 10 is up and in. Patient offense results in a field goal, and Grady now has 4 points as the Bison are back up by double digits. Blaze Froelich left-handed side of Jackson Creer. Creer looking for a teammate. That's Kackman. Kackman gets doubled, but will get a foul before the shot attempt. Foul assessed on the Bison. As this would be on James Schwer, his first. And the Warbirds with Stenson to inbound the basketball. As Stenson sees this to Creer. Back to left-handed side. There's a three-pointer up by Stenson, up and in. Jay Stenson from the baseline. He has 8. A couple threes here by Jace, and the Warbirds back within 7. Right-handed side with the rock now goes Remick. Remick sees it, couple of dribbles, right wing to Schlenker. Schlenker, right wing, free throw line extended to Remick. Ball screen coming here, Remick, three-pointer. Can't get the shot to go, rebound to Schwer. On the interior, now to the right-handed side. Ball goes left wing to Schlenker. Schlenker going to attack, and he lost it, and it's a foul on the floor. Foul assessed to the Warbirds here as Wyndmere Lidgerwood will pick up the foul. This will be on Blaze Froelich, his second, the team's first of the quarter, with a substitution coming in as Carson Remick will check in for the elder brother Zayden here. It's Carson Remick to inbound the basketball. As he's able to do so, gives this one up top to Mueller. Right wing now to Schlenker. Bounce pass to Remick on the interior. Good find, and there's a foul. A little seat on the interior on the little slip pass here as Brody Mueller will head to the free throw line to shoot 2. As we see the foul coming across on Springer. That's his 4th of the game now for the Warbirds. Free throw attempt for Brody Mueller. As Mueller trying to see this BCN lead back up to 8 or 9, and you'll for sure have it at 8. Substitution in for Wyndmere Lidgerwood as Owen Ladisaw will return to action. And for the Bison, 10 of 11 from the free throw line right now. That's the difference in this contest, compared to the 2 of 7 shooting for the Warbirds from the stripe. Second free throw attempt is up and in. Mueller now with 4, all from the line. It's a 9-point game midway through the quarter. Jackson Creer stepped through high off the window, comes up short. It's a loose ball, and eventually Schlenker will come away with it. Schlenker leads a 2-on-2. Schlenker, crow hop in the paint. Oh, what a block shot on the attempt by the Warbirds. Creer, nice pass across the floor, off the window for 2. Jay Stenson gets the field goal, and a timeout for Wyndmere Lidgerwood. 4:25 left to play in the third. Defense to offense again for the Warbirds on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard.
We offer the greatest broadband that anyone can subscribe to. And that's because of the infrastructure that we have been able to build over the last decade. You know, we're talking 10 gigabit per customer. That's the network we're building. There's days I think about, what's the network going to be after I retire? Where it continues to evolve, and if it evolves as much as what it has in the last 73 years, we can't even dream what it's going to be in the future.
Timeout on the floor brought to you in part by Bank North. It's Barnes County North 39, Wyndmere Lidgerwood 26. What was it? 8-point lead for the Bison at the half. So the Warbirds have trimmed that down to 1 here midway through this third quarter as the Macarena brings us back inside the W.E. Osmond Fieldhouse. Schlenker in the backcourt. Warbirds with a little full court pressure defense. Schlenker sees this. And this will be nearly a 10-second call as the Bison get in the front court with Barclay. Barclay to the baseline. Here goes Remick. Carson, and a nice steal by Blaze Froelich as he gives this one now to Stenson. Stenson will see it here. When the Warbirds, they've been able to get out in transition, been able to find some really good opportunities here as the ball goes through the wickets of Kackman out of bounds, and it will be a turnover here on Wyndmere Lidgerwood. A game that started back at 7:27 here tonight, working its way to an hour old. As the Bison see this full court pressure defense with Schlenker, and that's going to be a steal. Warbirds now will handle it with Ladisaw. Ladisaw, nice pass across the paint with the left hand, and late for two for Kackman. There it is, defense to offense yet again for the Warbirds. Schlenker to Carson Remick. Remick with the pass, now to Schwer. Schwer will see it, leaves it right-hand side. Carson steps into a three. Remick three up and three down. That's Carson's second triple of the game. And the Warbirds clawing their way back, by the Bison with a couple of big-time threes by the sophomore here tonight. He's got 6 for Remick. Other side, Jackson Creer. Answer, Froelich off the iron, no. Rebound, and there's a foul. As Kackman got the loose ball, and Schwer gave him a high five. That's a foul. Schwer will pick up the foul. It'll be his second, team's second of the quarter. And free throws here for Kackman. Kackman's got 9 points on the night. Working on a double-double performance, and there it is. At 13 rebounds in the first half. As the Warbirds back within 7. Hansen comes back into the game for BCN alongside with Chase Albright. Free throw attempt number 2 for the 6'5 sophomore Kackman. Trying to make it a 2-possession game. Free throw attempt number 2 is off the mark. Rebound, Ladisaw, put back off the window. No, it's still loose. And the Bison will see it here with Mueller. BCN with Remick. And this will be a hand check foul. This will be on Ladisaw, and it is. Ladisaw picks up his third, a team's third here. BCN with 2 fouls. On the Warbirds, they have just 1 more to give before it's the bonus here for the Bison. Schlenker with the basketball, left-handed side, step through for the Bison with Albright, and a foul for the Warbirds. Looks to be on Stenson, and it will be Stenson with his second. There's your last foul to give for Wyndmere Lidgerwood before it's the bonus for BCN. As Albright with the basketball, nice find on the inside. Schlenker comes up short, rebound here to the Warbirds, and then a carrying violation on Wyndmere Lidgerwood with Blaze Froelich. As the basketball will go to the Bison, as we'll see a substitution into the game for the Warbirds. As the Warbirds will check in here with John Dexter, as Blaze Froelich will check out of the contest. The Bison will get the ball right back. 12 points in the quarter for the Warbirds. They got 11 so far here for the Bison. Remick's shot, that'll go long off of Ladisaw, out of bounds. Well, Ladisaw at 6'1", just going to grab the loose ball there and bring it the other way. Shot clock again at 27. I think they'll talk it over. Make sure if it hit the rim or not. And from our vantage point, never saw it hit the rim, so they'll make sure they got it good to go. And we'll see the Bison on the inbounds here. We'll see with Brody Mueller. Mueller able to leave it right-handed side to Schlenker. Schlenker to the baseline as BCN will see this one tipped up, and it's a couple of tips out of bounds, and it will be Warbird basketball. Officials tonight, Mark Gubru, Roger Kozowski, Ron Newdell, their second run. Back-to-back games here for these 3 guys here in the Barnes County Tournament. Warbirds with Jackson Creer, finds a cutting teammate, John Dexter. Dexter drive kick, right-handed side to Stenson. Stenson able to spin, tough shot. Stenson, though, got it. Oh, what a step by Stenson. 9 in the quarter here for Jace. He's got 12 to lead the floor for the Warbirds. Albright to the right wing. Albright inside. That's a traveling violation. Try the old Euro step. It's more like Sierra's 1-2 step, and a turnover here for BCN. Back to a 2-possession game. As we'll see the Warbirds with Blaze Froelich after a quick breather coming in for Jackson Creer. Wyndmere Lidgerwood able to make a big run in the third quarter, got it back within 5, but give credit to every time it seems like the Warbirds have a time to get within a possession. Bison either get a stop or they get a score, and they need it. Right wing to Stenson, taking a little rub screen here, and this will be a foul on who? And the foul will be on Schlenker. Be his second, the team's third of the quarter. And we'll see a substitution into the contest here, as BCN will bring in Zayden Remick back into the game. As coming out will be Chase Albright. Stenson really heating up here in the quarter with 4 field goals. Inbounds the basketball, gives it, nice back cut off the window, good for 2 to John Dexter. Dexter now with 4, Stenson with the assist. Full court pressure defense for the Warbirds as the Bison here with Schlenker. Schlenker in the front court to the right wing, shovel pass right inside to Barclay. Barclay on the baseline, double team, leaves it back up top. Schlenker with a teardropper, oh, there you go. Jason Schlenker now with 13. As we said, the Bison get this field goal or get the stop, it seems like, when it's back within a possession. Oh, finger roll. I have the great look for Blaze Froelich just off the iron. Rebound went to Hansen. Now Schlenker goes the other side of the floor. Pops a pass right wing. Grady Barclay on the baseline. Jumper from 16. Nothing but the bottom of the net. Barclay with 6 points, 4 in the quarter, and the Bison balloon this lead back up to 7. As they see this now to Dexter. Dexter able to spin. Tough left-handed layup. Oh, what a move, though, by Mr. Dexter. These two teams trading field goals now here in the last minute and a half as the Bison weaving their way with Remick inside to Hansen. Back here to Zayden Remick. As Remick goes out the offense, leaves it to the baseline. Schlenker with a jab step. Bounce pass inside Hansen. Hansen sees this one goes out of bounds, and it'll be last touch here off of Jay Stenson with substitutions coming in. Jared Kaczynski to check in for the Warbirds with Justin Quam as well, as Ladisaw will check out, and with him with Justin Quam. Sebastian Kackman will check out. Bison on the inbound, gives it to Schlenker. Schlenker will see this one near side as they're looking to reverse it, able to do so here with Remick. Remick at the right wing, leaves it left wing to Schlenker. Schlenker on the baseline, sees this one, and there's a foul. Foul on Kaczynski, his first. He was able to get there, but off the side of him was Schlenker. That's going to be a foul, as 13 points on the way for Schlenker. And free throws upcoming for BCN, which is the story right now of the game. They've hit 7 more free throws here than Wyndmere Lidgerwood. Part of the reason why they're currently up by 5. Free throws up and in, and also they barely have missed the free throws on top of it. They're 12 of 13 from the line here for BCN. And free throw attempts number 2 here for Schlenker, now with 14. And make it 15. So Schlenker hits both. Bison lead it by 7. Warbirds can take the final shot of the quarter if they want. Stenson to Froelich. Froelich crossing over, leaves it left and inside to Quam. Back to the baseline here as the Warbirds will see it on the interior. There's an interception. The Bison will see it with 5 seconds. Barclay with 2, with 1 to Schlenker to beat the horn off the side of the rim, and that's how we'll end our third quarter of play. BCN with 17 points in the quarter leads at 45-38 after an 18-point quarter here for the Warbirds. The final 8 minutes, that is next.
In 10 minutes.
Chaos.
Did you answer that email yet?
Decisions.
What if I make the wrong choice?
The weight of moving crushes.
Dad, I need a ride to practice.
Stress follows you. And the dream of a new beginning feels out of reach. Find peace. Hire the team at RE/MAX now. Visit findrealtynow.com.
Yeah.
Quality education, affordable tuition, student opportunities. That's the Viking promise. Valley City State University. Discover yourself here at VCSU. Visit today. A university that knows your name. Personal relationships with your professors. The tools to help you succeed. That's Valley City State University. Trusted name, affordable degrees. Visit today.
on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, sharing their heritage and their future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. Go to dhb.bank. Chase Miller alongside Joey Hughes with you inside the bubble. Final 8 minutes of regulation here today as BCN leads it again by 7. They led by 6 after 1 quarter, 8 after 2, now 7 after 3. As we get everything set, as they see this one here with Blaze Froelich. Blaze will cross the timeline, leaves it right wing. They'll hand it with Jackson Creer. Creer gives it back up top. That'll go to Stenson. Stenson finds it left and inside to Blaze. Froelich up and over on the pass, looking for it on the interior to Kackman. Kackman now to Stenson. Stenson with a shot fake. Froelich left pocket 3. Book it! Blaze Froelich with his second triple. He's got 11. Warbirds back within 2 possessions. Like a broken record here. Schwer, dangerous pass that goes out of bounds. Last touch off of the Warbirds as Blaze Froelich nearly had the steal, then off of a teammate. On top of that was Stenson. It got close. Game number 4 of this season for BCN, just the 3rd game here for the Warbirds. Bounce pass to Schwer. Schwer will see it, but a pickpocket steal. There goes Creer. It's a 2-on-2. Creer the other side of the floor. Creer step through, right-handed layup, good for 2. 6 points. Now for Jackson. Warbirds back within 2. As there's a reach and foul here as Zayden Remick brings the ball up the floor. Foul assessed on the Warbirds. This will be on Stenson, his 3rd, team's first. Substitution, we'll see Brody Mueller into the game as Quentin Christopher will check out of the contest. Team's battling some foul situations right now. Warbirds is Sprinter with 4, Ladisaw with 3, and Stenson with 3. BCN with Barclay has 3, alongside with Remick. That's Zayden Remick with 3 as well. Schwer up top with the basketball. Leaves it to the right wing to Barclay. Grady up and over on the pass. And this will be a foul here on the Warbirds. Foul assessed on Jay Stenson. 3rd foul of the half on Stenson. And we'll see Stenson checking out as Ladisaw will check in with 6:50 remaining here in the 4th quarter. Ball gets inbounded. Schlenker sees it to Mueller. Mueller shovel pass to Schwer at the high post. Schwer leaves it left and inside Barclay. Open, 3-pointers up. That goes short. And we'll see a foul against Schlenker. And Schlenker now picks up his 3rd. And the team's first. Now Warbirds with a chance to tie or possibly take the lead. Warbirds led at 3-2, tied at 5, tied at 7 since it was 7 up. It's been BCN with the lead since that part in the 4th and the 1st quarter at the 1:55 mark. Froelich on the baseline. Blaze, drive, kick, Creer, shot fake, gets one in the paint. Floater from 13, and we're tied. Creer's got 8. First tie since it was 7-all. As Remick sees this one, and a foul on the Warbirds. Foul assessed on Jackson Creer, his 2nd, team's 3rd, and just like that, Wyndmere Lidgerwood only has 1 more foul to give before it's the bonus for BCN. But a nice quarter so far for the Warbirds, 7 points in the quarter. Compared to the Bison, looking for their first field goal. Ball go left and inside. Zayden Remick up and over on the pass to Grady Barclay to Schwer. Schwer back to left hand side. As this one by Remick, block shot on the way. Ladisaw will come up with it. Ladisaw with a head of steam, but he throws this one away as they're looking for John Dexter. The Warbirds are trying to see if they can score in transition here. For Todd Hosford, they got 4 timeouts remaining. The Bison, and for Coach Capon, they have 2 remaining here for BCN. As the Bison right now trying to contend with this full court pressure defense and not maybe allow an easy breakaway layup for the Warbirds. The Bison look for their first field goal here of the quarter. Pass goes to Zayden Remick. Remick will handle it here. Remick sees this one. Ball gets skipped to the right-handed side as now it goes to Brody Mueller to the baseline to Schlenker. Schlenker right wing using up to Remick on the inside. Shot fake leaves it left-handed side. Grady Barclay. able to skip it to Schlenker with 8 seconds now to Schwer with 5. Schwer finds Remick inside the paint. Remick then will see this one out of bounds. And it will be Warbirds with the basketball turnover here on BCN. Bison fans were looking for maybe a little hip check on the inside. Nothing granted as the Warbirds trying to be the first team that's an underseed tonight to throw off the quote-unquote upset. The 6 against the 3. High post touch goes to Ladisaw. Right wing to Jackson Creer. Creer with the floater inside the paint comes up short and a rebound to Schwer. Schwer on the outlet to Barclay. Barclay on the far side. At the right wing, we'll give it back up top to Schlenker. And Schlenker between the circles, right-hand side to Grady. Barclay at the right wing, up top now to Schlenker. Schlenker steps into a 3, book it. Jason Schlenker with the triple. That's his first three-pointer of the game. He's got 18 points on the night. And we'll see a timeout here for head coach Todd Hofsford. We'll break as well. On the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, the Bison get their first made field goal at the 4:35 mark of the quarter. Back after this here in Valley City.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. 3, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
Winter is coming. Are you ready? At Agassi Sales, we'll help you build the snow removal fleet you need now. With Hyundai Construction Equipment Snow Lease Program, you'll get flexible financing, low monthly rates, and even the option of 6 months on, 6 months off. Plus, every machine is backed by our certified service department. Call Agassi Sales at 888-836-4029 or visit agassisales.com. Agassi Sales, your partner for power and reliability.
High school basketball here today on yourliveevent.com. As the time on the floor brought to you in part by Bank North. Visit banknorth.bank. That's banknorth.bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. As the Warbirds inbound the basketball here as they handle it with Jackson Creer. Creer bounce pass across the paint and count it. Sebastian Kackman with the end one. He's got 12, a chance to make it 13 at the line, and a foul on Schlenker, his 4th. That'll be the team's 2nd. And looking to tie things up here for the Warbirds with a free throw opportunity, but the line hasn't been kind here to Wyndmere Lidgerwood. They're 3 of 9. Free throw is good. They get the shooter's roll. Well, substitution coming in here for Barnes County North. Tied at 48. BCN will see this one here. Next jump ball does favor the Bison. Zayden Remick front court. Remick weaving his way to the wing as they give it back up top to Carson Remick. Back to Zayden here. Zayden taking a couple of hard dribbles. Block shot, but this might have been on the reach prior here off of Blaze Froelich. And it will be. Froelich with the foul, his 3rd, team's 9th. And free throws upcoming here for Zayden Remick. 2 points in the game for Zayden, but he's done a lot of dirty work here for the senior guard. Free throw attempt is on the way. And in and out. Just a 2nd missed free throw here for BCN tonight. Now 13 of 15 from the stripe. Free throw attempt number 2 for the Warbirds with Owen Ladisaw, as he'll come in for John Dexter. Free throw number 2 here for Remick. Up and in. Bison regain the lead here by 1. 4 minutes to play in the 4th quarter. Creer to the baseline. Stenson able to see it, looking for it on the inside. Stenson, good pass to Kackman. Kackman gets a double team here, now a triple team. Kackman looking for a teammate. Good hands defensively, out of bounds. Last touch off of Grady Barclay. As the defense swarmed on the inside on the block, as the Warbirds will inbound it here on the sideline with Jay Stenson. Stenson with the ball. We'll see this nearly intercepted. Ladisaw at the free throw line. Not a Blaze Froelich. Froelich with 12 seconds on the shot clock. Left wing to Creer. Jackson will take a couple of dribbles here. Looking for a ball screen now to Kackman with 4. Kackman with 3. Froelich three-pointer right wing short. Rebound and a foul here on Owen Ladisaw. Ladisaw with his 4th, the team's 5th, and 2 free throws the other side of the floor here for Barnes County North. As the Bison will shoot 2 after a really good box out on the way for BCN, and Carson Remick will toe the line with 6 points and 2 3-pointers here tonight. And now for the Bison, a chance to stretch out the lead a little bit as they miss their second free throw of the quarter. Free throw attempts number 2 here for Carson. Remick misses the second. Look at the long arm of the law. Putback no good by Brody Mueller, but they get Remick with the loose ball. Bounce pass across the way. There's a tip by Creer. It's still loose, and eventually Zayden Remick will come up with it. Zayden Remick will see it here, up and over on the pass, right-hand side to Barclay. Grady at the right wing. We'll leave this one now to Zayden Remick. Tees in the 3, and this one is up and in. Zayden Remick, his first field goal since the first quarter. Second three-pointer as a team here in the 4th for the Bison. Froelich, 17-footer, shots off the mark, rebound. Ladisaw comes down with it. Ladisaw put back off the iron, no good. It's still loose, and eventually Brody Mueller will come away with it. Ball will make its way now to Zayden Remick. Remick in the front court with a head of steam. Remick to the paint. Remick off the window, can't get it to go, and Remick will pick up the foul. Zayden with his 3rd. That'll be the team's 3rd for BCN. We'll see a substitution as Schlenker will check in well for the Warbirds. John Dexter able to return, as coming out will be Ladisaw with 2:43 to play here in the 4th quarter. Warbirds with Blaze Froelich in the front court now as they handle this to the left-handed side. John Dexter gives it to Creer. Creer with a couple of dribbles. He'll come through, and this might be a traveling violation, and it is. Just never came to a stop. Kind of more a rolling stop at the stop sign. That's a 4-point advantage, and the Warbirds full court pressure defense. The problem, though, now for Wyndmere Lidgerwood, if you do foul, it's 2 free throws here for BCN every time. Schlenker, front court, double team, and then this one will be a foul on Wyndmere Lidgerwood. As a foul will be assessed on the Warbirds with John Dexter, his first, and we'll see free throws upcoming. As the free throws will be with Schlenker. Schlenker with 18 points on the night for the senior guard. Even if he makes both of them, it's still a 2-possession game, but instead of a couple of 2s to tie, it's a couple of 3s. Free throw is going to be in and out. And after missing just 1 free throw through 3 quarters, going 13 of 14, the Bison in this 4th quarter are now 1 of 5 as a team from the line. Free throw attempt number 2, up and in. So Schlenker with 19. The Bison lead it by 5. Warbirds for a made field goal to make it a 1-possession game. Right-handed side to Stenson. Stenson will see this one to Dexter. Dexter taking a couple of dribbles off the window, can't get it. Rebound here for Carson Remick. Remick in the front court. We'll see it on the bounce pass. Now to James Schwer. Left-handed side to Schlenker. Schlenker taking a couple of dribbles. Wrap around pass to Carson Remick. Remick's pass gets tipped by Creer. Bounce pass to Schwer. Schwer with it on the interior, and it's intercepted by Stenson. Stenson able to come away with a steal for the Warbirds. As we see the timeout for Wyndmere Lidgerwood, as Coach Todd Hosford will take the timeout here with 1:36 to play in the 4th quarter. Warbirds with the ball when we return here on YourLiveVent.com.
Partnership is a way of life here in the Northland. It's about pitching in to help our neighbors, making lending decisions locally, honoring long-term commitments to farmers, Main Street businesses, teams, schools, and rural communities. We're more than just a bank. We're a community partner, working constantly and diligently to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. Bank North, always true.
High school basketball today here on YourLiveEvent.com as the Warbirds and the Bison both with 2 timeouts remaining for the remainder of this regulation contest as Wyndmere Lidgerwood down by 5, able to tie it up at 48 apiece at the 4:26 mark, but since then they haven't scored. Been nearly 3 minutes here for the Warbirds since their last point, while for BCN, able to just keep on answering 2 field goals in the quarter, a 3-pointer by Zayden Remick, a 3-pointer by Schlenker, and they both hit a free throw as well. That's where the Bison have their 8 points. Well, for the Warbirds, 4 points by Creer, 3 by Froelich, and 3 by Sebastian Kackman here for their point total so far in the fourth quarter for the Warbirds for their 10. BCN, 17 of 52 shooting from the floor. The Warbirds are 20 of 44 shooting from the floor. Stenson, shot fake, got his man up in the air, goes into the paint on the attack. Stenson off the window, good for 2. Jay Stenson with 14. Wyndmere Lidgerwood back within a possession. Schlenker sees this one, up and over on the pass to Remick. Remick dribbling his way. This one's loose, and eventually a turnover is coming up with it as Kackman. Other side now to Stenson. Stenson, a little hesitation dribble, finds it to Blaze. Froelich taking a couple of dribbles inside the paint. This one is up and in. Little 4-0 run after the timeout, and a timeout here for Todd Hosford to set up the defense with 57.1 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. You got a Stenson 2 and a Blaze Froelich 2, and you sprinkle that together. It's a 1-point game with under 1 minute to play. Timeout on the floor, brought to you in part by Bank North. All I know is this kind of has a feeling of what a District 1 basketball tournament game might feel like a little bit later on between these two teams this season potentially, as we saw it from a year ago in which BCN defeated the Warbirds 50-41 in a region qualifier. So Bison sent the Warbirds packing last season. Time on the floor again, brought to you in part by Bank North. Bison with 1 more foul to give before it's the bonus. Warbirds, if they foul again, BCN gets 2 free throws. The next jump ball favors Barnes County North. Schwer will handle this one. Yes, he does. Leaves this to Grady Barclay. Barclay ball fake to Schlenker now. Schlenker up and over, and this one nearly intercepted. Schwer is there. As BCN with Schlenker taking a couple of dribbles with the pass to Remick. Remick sees it. This will be an offensive charge. Blaze Froelich stood strong, and the foul here on Zayden Remick. He will foul out with his 5th personal foul of the game. 6 points, goes 1 of 2 from the free throw line as Carson Remick will check in. So there's the stop. A 1.5 differential between shot clock and the game clock here, and now it's going to be the Warbirds with the ball. Blaze Froelich in the front court to the right wing. Froelich, right-handed side. We'll see it now to Jackson Creer. Gives it to Stenson for the lead. 3 off the side of the rim. No rebound to Kackman. Jumper for Froelich. Off the backboard. Got it to go. And the Warbirds with a 1-point advantage. 15 seconds to play in the fourth quarter. Here goes Remick the other side. Carson lost it off of who? Mark Gumbrud and Ron Nudell will talk it over. Who was the last one to touch it? And it will be Warbird basketball. 12.9 to play, and a timeout for Coach Capon here for Barnes County North, as he will have a chance to now set up the defense with 12.9 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter, as the Warbirds have came storming back, thanks in part to Blaze Froelich here, the senior guard, with 7 points in the quarter here for the Warbirds, and a big-time shot at that here for the Warbirds, with Blaze Froelich, the go-ahead shot as it stands right now with 12.9 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Next foul for BCN. Taking a look at this one to see if they got 3 or 4 fouls. Just making sure with their coach talking with the staff of where they're at right now in terms of team fouls and also timeouts. The next jump ball will favor Barnes County North. Both teams with a timeout remaining. And the ball went out of bounds again. Last touch off of the hands of Carson Remick. The Warbirds haven't been out in front too terribly often here tonight, but they never were put to bed either from a Wyndmere Lidgerwood perspective. Down by 8 at the half. Tied it up at 45. And now took the lead after that frolic jumper from the left wing off the window. But now it's the Bison with a full court pressure defense as Ladisada inbound it to Stenson here, and there's the foul. Carson Remick with the foul. That'll be his first. As they'll take a look at it to make sure they got the 4 or 5 fouls on the way, and we'll see 2 free throws. Stenson will head to the free throw line. So Stenson to the stripe to shoot 2. Right-handed toss is going to go long. Substitutions into the game as Schlenker and Grady Barclay will check in. Large free throw right now for Stenson to try to say a 2 doesn't beat you, it ties you. Throw attempt on the second here for Stenson. Good. Now with 15 points and a timeout for Todd Hosford. 12.12 left to play in the fourth quarter. Wyndmere Lidgerwood 55, Barnes County North 53. Take a break and put a bow on this one next here at the Barnes County Boys Basketball Tournament.
Every girl deserves the tools to feel confident, connected, and emotionally strong. At BioGirls, they learn real strategies to manage stress and anxiety, build healthy relationships, and understand their emotions. They strengthen coping skills, gain resilience and confidence, and find a deep sense of belonging through authentic peer connection and strong mentorship. The results? Measurable, meaningful, life-shaping. Find a program near you and register today.
Save the best for last year from the Barnes County Boys Basketball Tournament, the quarterfinal round matchup here between 2 teams out of District 1 in Division B, Region 1. It's Wyndmere Lidgerwood trying to get to 2-1 on the season, while the Barnes County North Bison are trying to improve to 3-1 on the year with the win. Back-to-back seasons that BCN has found themselves in the semis and eventually the championship. So if they fall here today to Wyndmere Lidgerwood, we know we'll have a new face into the championship tomorrow, or excuse me, on Friday night. But first, got 12.2 left to play. Timeout for Todd Hosford. The Warbirds have 0 timeouts remaining. Next jump ball does favor BCN. A 2 to tie, a 3 to take the lead. Full court pressure defense. Schlenker will see this one as they cross the timeline. Schlenker weaving his way inside the paint, up and off the mark, no good. Rebound comes down, and Kackman will be going to the free throw line. Oh, it looked like the ball was going in off the back of the rim, but comes out with 2.8 left to play, and Schlenker's going to foul out. He'll finish with 19 points in the game. Goes 6 of 8 from the free throw line. And now it's Kackman to try to hit 1 to make it at least a 3 to tie and 2 for the win. Kackman. Free throw is long. Second free throw attempt is upcoming. Still be a 1-possession game, a 3 then to tie, but right now Kackman, free throw is long. Rebound tipped out by Latissa. Here goes BCN for the win. Off the back of the rim by Grady Barclay, and that's how we'll end this basketball game. The Warbirds with 17 points in the quarter as they hold BCN to 8. What a thriller to finish our final game of the boys basketball quarterfinals. Again, 55-53. The Warbirds will advance and play Valley City, the Highlanders, at 7:30 on Thursday night, while for BCN, they'll have a date with Enderlin in the consolation semifinals at 4:30. We'll take a break and we come back. Final stats, highlights, and we'll hear from the members of the victorious team. That and more to come as the Warbirds pick up the win here at the Bubble.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and RJBroadcasting.com, local voices from local radio.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions today and beyond with the Drain Tile Project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
High school basketball here tonight on YourLiveEvent.com as the Warbirds come out victorious as the number 6 seed over the number 3 seed, 55-53. So Wyndmere Lidgerwood advances, and our bracket is set for Thursday. Richland Maple River in one consolation semifinal at 3 o'clock. Enderlin Barnes Sky North at 4:30. The semifinals will feature Mayport, CG, Lemoore, Litchfield Marion at 6, and Valley City and Wyndmere Lidgerwood at 7:30. It's now time to get to our player of the game, brought to you in part by Enbridge. Go to Enbridge.com for career opportunities. Life takes energy. That is Enbridge.com. And we're going to kind of give it to a wholesale because they all did a little bit of what you needed in the recipe to come back. They would finish in this contest with a combined 41 points between Blaze Froelich, Jay Stenson, and Sebastian Kackman. Kackman with 11 points, 19 rebounds, and 5 block shots. You had 15 points for Jay Stenson on 6 of 12 shooting, and the same here for Blaze Froelich. Those three players, you can kind of argue with rebounds, with timely assists, with timely field goals, all kind of did it in their own right. Those three players are players of the game, brought to you in part by Enbridge. Go to Enbridge.com for career opportunities. From there to our Agassiz Precision Egg play of the contest, the shot by Blaze Froelich here for Wyndmere Lidgerwood to get them out in front eventually with a 54-53 advantage late in the fourth quarter. The Blaze Froelich jumper off the backboard to give the Warbirds the lead is our play of the game, brought to you in part by Agassiz. Go to Agassiz Precision Egg website. That is your planter headquarters at Agassiz Precision Egg in Hillsboro. The Blaze Froelich go-ahead jumper is our play of the game, brought to you in part by Agassiz Precision Egg, your local precision planting dealer. Agassiz Precision Egg in Hillsboro. Call 701-636-2119 or visit planterdoc.com. We come back, we'll hear from Blaze Froelich, who finished with 15 points when we return here on YourLiveEvent.com.
At Dickey Marion Insurance Agency, they offer high-quality products and services to their customers with a wide range of coverages from home and auto, farm and crop, and various types of commercial policies. Dickey Marion Insurance Agency is locally owned and operated and has been in business since 1974. Get in contact with Jesse Mastenbrook or Abby Hansen for the small-town service you deserve by going online to DickeyMarionINS.com or call 701-669-2330.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
As we come back here with the man who hit the go-ahead shot for the Wyndmere Lidgerwood Warbirds, that is Blaze Froelich, again finishing with 15 points. Blaze, just take us through that fourth quarter. What allowed this team, trailing for most of the game but never was out of it, right? Down by 6, down by 8, down by 9, so to speak. But what allowed this team in the fourth quarter, you think, to come back and eventually take the lead and fend off the Bison in the last, handful of seconds?
Well, we're hustling. That's the main thing. And we've been working on pressure defense in practice almost every day, end of practice, and I think that kind of catapulted us forward for that.
Take us through the final quarter. All of a sudden, it's a loose ball. Able to see a teammate find it to you. I believe it was Kackman who found you. Just take us through kind of what's going through your mind when you take that shot off, get it off the backboard, and you see your team's up by 1.
Right away when I got it, I knew I was going to try to bank it in because we do partner shooting in practice, and I know Hosford likes the using the backboard, and I thought this is going to go in and he's going to like it a lot.
So you're able to get the win, 2-1. It feels probably like a month since you last played, an actual game here for you guys with the holiday break. So what's the one thing you liked from your team tonight, Blaze, that you hope to carry forward with you against Valley City on Thursday, then whatever happens on Friday here this week in Valley?
Well, it's going to be a tough one. I know that. Obviously, they're a good team, and I think our full court pressure worked really well, and I feel like that we can do that well again.
A couple of players to talk about. Sebastian Kackman, what did you see from him on the inside with 19 rebounds here tonight?
He was a dog down there. He was getting every board for us. We don't win without him, not even close. And, yeah, shout out to him for that.
Able to see a couple of really good transition plays by Jace Stenson and yourself as well. What's it like playing with another guy in the backcourt like Jace throughout the course of a game?
Well, we got that chemistry, I think, ever since kindergarten, playing basketball, and just lots of chemistry there. We work together a lot, and it's pretty fun.
Hey, Blaze, congratulations on the win. Enjoy it. We'll see you Thursday night in the semifinals.
Yeah, thank you.
Blaze Froelich with us here on the postgame show. We'll take a break and hear from the head coach, Todd Hosford. That is next.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting, with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Hi, we're Jim and Bernie Berkemeyer, and we're inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Join us on a Montreal, Quebec City, and the Canadian Maritimes tour, July 30th to August 9th. Experience picturesque small towns, as well as the historic cities along the Atlantic coast, as we use roads and rails on this Canadian adventure. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ, to request a brochure, to watch a travel show, and to book this tour.
As we go from the player to now the coach, Todd Hosford, joining us here. And Todd, I was just kind of joking, it's been probably feels like a month since you last played a game here, just with the holiday break and kind of getting back into the swing of things. And 3 games in 4 days in Valley City. The nice thing is your team was trailing, but it never got to a point in the game where you couldn't climb the proverbial hill, so to speak. You got a good run to finish the second half, second quarter, to kind of bring it back within single digits. Then it was 8-9. You got it down to 1 possession every time you did. It seemed like they hit a shot or made it to the free throw line. So what did you see from your team just keep on punching and climbing the hill to finally get over the hump there late in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, that first quarter and a half was about as ugly of an offensive game as I've seen us play in a long time. And it was probably, we haven't played since December 19th. Yesterday's practice, our offense looked great. Today, just getting on the big floor against a real scrappy athletic team, they took everything away from us that we had worked on. Yeah, so like you said, we just kept clawing, hanging in there. I kept telling them at timeouts, dead balls, defense, and we finally put on a little bit of pressure, which we've been working on, and that got our offense going. And once that did, that last quarter, or last half of the second quarter, really sparked us. I didn't start the third quarter as I would have liked to, but again, we just kept clawing and hitting baskets, and Jason Blaze finally started hitting some shots from the outside. I know that they're capable of it. They've been struggling the first 2 games, first 2.5 games, and then they got it going. And yeah, just all around, I played 8-9 guys, and some of them didn't get many minutes, but they gave a long enough spell for these guys to keep going and playing this hard for 32 minutes, because they left everything on the floor, and we needed everyone.
What was it about the transition game that worked to your benefit? Because it seems like when the transition game got going, it kind of worked for you guys more maybe than it did for BC, and particularly once you did get a Jace or a Ladisar, or someone got the ball, a Jackson Creer, and just immediately booked it up the floor, and we're working 2-on-1s, 3-on-2s, and getting quality shots there, Todd.
Yeah, their half-court defense, Barnes County, it's always been good. They get to the help side. They communicate. Our screen and roll offense was non-existent. I kind of scratched that right away. Our pass and cut offense, they're there. So we needed that. We needed those fast breaks. We needed a transition push, find shooters in the corner. We wanted to go inside to Sebastian, and we got him the ball. And man, did he had a great game. Missed some bunnies, but got that and one late. His rebounding was amazing. Like 19 rebounds. That's
5 block
That's
shots.
straight.
He had a handful of deflections. What was it about the defense as much as the offense, though, here, Todd, tonight, particularly against a Schwer and company, on BCN's side that kind of can pack the paint and throw a Hansen out there off the bench as well?
Are you talking about on Sebastian's?
With what he was able to do.
Yeah, the 5 blocks, I'm going to watch film again because I think it was closer to 10.
Yeah.
He may have a legit triple-double.
Yeah.
I'll let you know on that.
It sounds
but
good.
That's, he's led us in the paint. Like both the first 2 games, he's been great inside and blocking shots, controlling the paint, rebounding. He's a sophomore. I keep telling myself, like, offense is going to come. If he can keep rebounding and playing defense like he's been doing, I'm going to love it. And then the offensive game is going to come. His footwork's going to come along. He's going to be a fun one to coach the next couple of years. So, everyone. Owen Lattisaw off the bench. His length, that defensive pressure is a fit. I see it in practice every day, and tonight it came true, and he sparked us.
Blaze Froelich hits that shot. He talks about in partner shooting. You say, hey, use the backboard when it's available to you. He was able to use it because I asked him what's kind of going through your mind after a miss. You get the kick. All of a sudden, boom, you're right there. He's like, I knew I was going the backboard right when it goes off my hand. When you can see someone accomplish a shot like that, give you the lead with about 40-some seconds left, and you fend off a stop or two, what kind of goes through your mind? We can see, like, a Blaze Froelich, get that game winner and what you hope that propels this team and, more importantly, him throughout the rest of this week and the season.
I guarantee you some of the players in practice tomorrow are going to take bank shots a little bit more seriously. He's the type of player that listens and works on that. Tell you the truth, when he left his hand, I thought he missed it. It didn't look like it was hitting that upper left corner of the square over there, but he's got such a sweet, soft touch that it was no doubt, I guess, when it hit the glass, it went in. So, but yeah, we made it interesting for the fans by missing free throws, allowing Schlenker to go down Broadway. He beat us on a last-second layup last year at their house, and I thought, oh boy, here we go. I wanted to go man. The guy's like, no, let's go zone. I'm like, don't let him split us, and he split us. And then the rebound, the tip out, I'm like, oh boy. It was a good play, but it went right to the wrong guy, and I thought it was in when it left his hand. So we dodged a bullet, but I'm proud of this team, how they handled it, and I think this is probably the first time that we've won the first round of the BCT. So it's nice to play in a night game.
Without question. Last thing that I'll ask, you'll have a Division A opponent with Valley City. You get a practice tomorrow, then you get ready for the Highlanders on Thursday, Todd. But what's something, albeit still very early in the season, 3 games, and that you really like from your team that you hope to carry with you no matter what happens for the rest of this week once you get into district play and start playing some teams that you will, again, like a BCN a second time around?
That's how much we hustle, we fly around. We're tougher this year. I feel like, we had tough kids. Don't get me wrong. Hunter Dunn was a tough player. But I feel like this group as a whole, we're just a tougher mentally, tougher physically team. So I'd like to see that. I like to see that so far. That's how I can change defenses. We got 3 or 4 different zones in and different presses. So they're heady players, and it's nice to be able to throw a lot of things at guys early on in the season. We can just build on those and keep growing, keep them growing as a team.
Hey, Todd, thanks so much for your time. We'll see you 48 hours from now when you play the Valley City Highlanders.
Alrighty, sounds good.
That
Thanks,
again,
Chase.
Todd Hosford with us here for the Warbirds. We'll put a bow on our coverage. That is next Inside the Bubble.
The friendly staff at Lemoore Drugstore reminds you, from prescription requests and OTC medication, you can find it all at Lemoore Drugstore. Download our app and make refilling your prescriptions more convenient. With winter here, stop in and stock up on hand and foot warmers. Lemoore Drugstore has rechargeable heated gear for everyone in the family. Located in the center of Lemoore in the Bank North Mall. For more information, go to LemooreDrugstore.com. That's LemooreDrugstore.com, or stop in and check us out.
As we come back here on YourLiveEvent.com, the Warbirds win it 55-53. Again, a really nice performance, able to get 3 guys in double digits one more time for the Warbirds of Wyndmere Lidgerwood here tonight with 15 and 15 one more time of Froelich and Stenson, the double-double on the way one more time by Sebastian Kackman. So here's what our coverage will look like on Thursday. Richland Maple River at 3 o'clock, Enderlin Barnsky North at 4:30, Mayport CG and Lemoore Litchfield Marion at 6, and then Valley City and Wyndmere Lidgerwood will play at 7:30. That'll be the Barnsky tournament on Thursday. Then on Friday, 7th place game at 3 o'clock, and they'll roll into the championship roughly at 7:30 from there. On behalf of Joey Hughes, I'm Chase Miller. Thanks so much for tuning into our broadcast. Have a great rest of your Tuesday night, and join us here for the BCT day number 2 on Thursday afternoon right here on YourLiveEvent.com.